Hello and welcome to your Virgo season overview with me, Kumbi. Thank you for being here. This is the Virgo season overview. Virgo season runs from the end of August until towards the end of September. It shifts us right into Libra season, which is right at the fall equinox. So this is the last month or so, the last astrological season of the summer, of the official summer. And it's a time of transition. And some of the themes that happen or that we can pay attention to or focus on during Virgo season are these themes of service, of health, of routine, of getting grounded, getting organized, detail oriented, and looking at our inner critic, as well as doing things that allow our minds to analyze and discern. Virgo is an earth sign, and earth signs are all feminine, grounded, very physical about this physical realm, have a great ability to be able to endure, as well as are also can be very independent and self-sufficient. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury corresponds to our fifth center. So all of our exercise, self-care, and yoga will have to do with stimulating and unblocking anything that might be in the way of our fifth chakra, our throat center, which is all about communication. Communication with ourselves, communication and articulation with others, as well as understanding what type of communication are we practicing with non-physical, as far as the universe. What are we affirming in our minds and with our articulations to the universe? It's knowing that everything that we say and everything that we think is an affirmation. So being super mindful of that, bringing some conscious awareness to that, and bringing some discernment to that. So, and that's not just our conversations with ourselves, but also looking at the conversations you're having with others and maybe up-leveling them or filtering out the ones that are not very serving or are at a lower vibration. Up-leveling our conversations by making sure that we are participating in exchanges, verbal exchanges and articulations that are uplifting, that are inspiring, that is serving, right? Serving others and serving yourself. Exercises that you might want to participate in or become more involved in are things that are grounding and familiar to you, for sure, as Virgo season is very much about honing in on a skill and maybe up-leveling that skill. So whether it is doing something specific and really getting to the next level or making it just a little bit more intense, or whether it means focusing on something that you really, really enjoy and maybe bringing in just one more element into it that might make it more well-rounded or just a little bit more progressive. As far as yoga, anything that has to do with the fifth center, and a lot of that is about this bandha here at the fifth center, where we drop the chin down towards the throat center, Jalandhara bandha, which helps preserve some of this life force energy that might leak out of the throat center or maybe out through the crown of the head. And think about kind of grounding that energy down and doing things that stimulate that center would be like breath work or pranayama. Ujjayi breathing, for sure, that filter that we get to stimulate when we take that breath in and out and creating that sound and vibration, as well as shoulder stand, neck stretches, shoulder stretches, things that are very grounding. One of my favorite postures for yoga during Virgo season for a grounding fifth chakra practice is just Satubandha, doing bridge on your head, neck, and shoulders, and allowing that natural chin, natural bend, the natural bandha there to happen, where the chin comes down towards the chest, and you get to really ground down through the back of the neck and through the soles of your feet and the outer parts of your shoulders. As far as food and diet recommendations, we are kind of in the midst of beginning this fall season. So depending on where you are, it might be time for harvest. And of course, take any guidance from your local farmers markets as far as what you should be eating that is in season, that is local, that is organic, and going ahead and feeding yourselves those things. Anything that was planted in the spring that you're harvesting now, of course, are great things to eat. Fresh, seasonal, local produce is always recommended. In Ayurveda, I would go off of the winter and the summer grocery list, just depending on where you are and what is available to you. Full moon and new moons that are happening during Virgo season. Remember, a new moon is always in the same sign as the sun season. So a new moon in Virgo would inspire some sort of ritual where we are setting an intention around your health, around routine, around service, around your mind, around your inner critic. Any of those things would be great intentions for the new moon in Virgo. And then, of course, the full moon in Pisces would be stretching ourselves into looking at the Pisces energy that might exist on the other side of our Virgo energy coin. That would be releasing some of the rigidity, releasing maybe some of the routine, releasing some of the sense of security that we try to cultivate during Virgo season with routines and with patterns and repetition and things that are familiar, and challenge yourself by moving into the realm of non-physical, of energy, of communication with our non-physical entities and support that is around, and just kind of opening your mind up to experiencing some of that, understanding that you don't have to do everything alone, that there is help and there is energetic help there if you can call on it, as well as if you can just practice communicating and becoming more aware of it. That is your Virgo season overview. We will have all of this up on the online studio, as well as fifth chakra meditations, journaling and personal coaching, as well as recipes during this time, exercise recommendations, and judgment detox challenge is always a great thing to do during Virgo season, and we will be posting that for this time as well. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful Virgo season.